All right, welcome back. So I'm getting ready to play, and I notice there's a little numbness in my hand. And I'm going to give you a tip, and I consider it a secret tip. My dad got this tip while he was, I don't know, somewhere overseas in the military, and he gave me this tip. So if you have numbness in your fingers, it looks a little goofy, okay? But stick your head way out, just keep your chin up and let your neck stretch. And then go back as far as you can comfortably. Do that about 5 times. And then put your shoulders back and do it again about 5 times. And your shoulders forward and do it again about 5 times. And the numbness will be gone from your fingers. It might save your game if you're in some kind of big pro tournament and your fingers go numb and you get distracted. And if you do that, I don't know, maybe you'll distract your opponent and win that way. I don't know. At any rate, here goes my standard opening moves. Move my king's pawn out. King KP4. Get my knight out. It's taken a long time. So I'm thinking about having a return to chess.com and maybe making it a live stream. Love to know what you think about that. And then I get my rook pawns up. One. Okay, he's threatening this, which is never a good move. I don't know whether to take advantage of it or just have a fun game and not worry about it, because he's kind of committing himself to it. I think you've seen this before in another play where I get the queen, because if I move this bishop up here and he takes it, and I move this bishop down, his queen is contained, and so I get it. I don't know. Should I do it? Let's go for it. Why not? It's a good, easy. Oh, he didn't do it. Okay, cool. That's great. We'll have a more fun game, I think, if he keeps his queen at least for a while until I can take it strategically instead of like it is. Okay, so we have a pretty standard setup. I can't really easily threaten that square, which I would love to do. I can't. There's just no weaknesses on the board. I could go take his knight and maybe open a corridor, but open a corridor where I have castled. I don't really want to do that. So in a case like this, I get my knight out of the way over here, and I move this bishop back, depending on what he does. He went back there. That's odd. If he goes back there, I'm going to move my king here just to give me a move that I kind of like. Okay, he did it. Oh, but... Okay, let's see what he does. Because he... All right, so now I've got his queen captured and in jeopardy. So she should probably... She did. She took my rook. Great. So I traded a rook for a queen. Marvelous. So now it's just a matter of trading. So I will go up here now. And I'll, if nothing else, nothing. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and threaten his rook. And I'm going to do something that, oh no, discover check. What a shock. So he left his rook there. Great. I'll just take it. I expected him to move his rook up or something else, but he didn't. He did what he did. So I got his rook for my knight. Let's see what I want to do now. I'm going to go ahead and take the knight. I'm not feeling nearly as exposed to open that. So he did that. So he's going to be 1 pawn up, and I'm going to lose my bishop. I've done that before. That was a mistake on my part. Well, so be it. But that left this pawn exposed. And there he goes right there. He's threatening with his bishop, but his knight is on it, so I really can't do much. I can't go here. There's not a lot I can do. I can't take this pawn. So nothing much I can do here. So I'll just move back out of harm's way. I think I'll go right here, and that'll give me a little bit of something to do. Okay, so I'm going to move here and take his knight, depending on what he does. He didn't like that, so we'll trade knight for knight. All right, so now we'll just keep trading pieces, basically. Well, that's odd. So if I go here, it threatens his rook. He'll have to move his rook out of the way, unless he leaves it there, which would be a terrible error on his part. He did that. So that's not good. Poor guy is weakened. All right. So now we can move that pawn up and make him trade something important for it. Well, I just moved my queen in harm's way. So I'm going to take that back. If you do a move like that, just take it back. And all right, so I'm going to move this here and start advancing this pawn. And he moved his bishop down there. I probably have to move it back if I do this. Huh, no, didn't do it. So I'm going to take this pawn. And he's going to threaten my bishop. Not really. So we'll move this up and just keep moving this up, and he'll have to trade for it. And he's threatening my rook. I'm going to move it out. Okay. There we go. So he'll have to do something. See what he chooses to do. Move my queen up. Okay. So now we'll just trade the rook for the queen, which is fine. That's amazing. He chose to do it that way. All right, so now I have a kind of a difficulty here. Not sure what I should do. I want to get rid of his rook, but the king is really close. So I can go and just take more pawns, I suppose. Nope, the king's going to protect it. So we'll get the king out of the way. And just move these up. And I'll get rid of that pawn. So this other pawn, I may just give it up. I don't know. Huh. See what he does. All right, well, we'll at least get him to trade his bishop for a pawn that's turned into a queen. Great. Now I'll have to go and find another way to advance a pawn. This is, it's a long end game. It's harder than I wanted it to be, but that's okay. It just takes longer. So I get rid of his pawns and get me a row to advance. There we go. Now I can advance this pawn on the edge, and it's basically over. I'll get that out of the way. Why not? Save it. I don't really need it. I could have let him take it and advance my pawns. I'll go up there and save me a little trouble later. And he's going to go all the way down. So he's basically, well, he should be admitting defeat. He's lost everything. So I'll advance this down and it'll be over in a moment. All right, there we go. All right, I hope that was enjoyable for you. It was enjoyable for me, a little bit entertaining, nothing real fancy or fantastic, but certainly a good way to capture the queen and entice the queen down to that particular area, and you can win the queen every time. But thank you so much. Have a great day.